Welcome back everybody, or thank you for showing up if this is your first time here. So today we're gonna be kind of going over the top 5 parts, or at least the top 5 parts in my opinion, that I got to test this year. So if you paid attention to the channel, I have put out a lot of videos in 2021. I tried to keep it with 3 videos a week, and I was able to accomplish that for the most part, being that I balance a full-time job with this still. So huge thank you guys to showing up, watching the videos, all the comments, all that stuff is a huge help. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are about to get to the point where we are gonna pass that 100K mark, hopefully pretty soon. So make sure you comment down below as well. All that stuff is a huge help to the channel. Well, let's go ahead and get into these 5 things that I think are the top 5 parts I got to test. And what we're gonna do is just talk about like basically my favorite 3 things about each one of these things. And number 1 on that list is going to be the Blackout Defense Zero Reset Trigger. So if you didn't see my initial video on that, I have videos on specifically on all of these if you're interested in any of that. This thing is absolutely insane. It is hands down right now the best trigger that I have ever tested or put my little finger on up until this point. I'm not saying that nothing could be put out that's gonna be better at some point in the future, but this thing is absolutely sick. And everyone that I know that's got one or has had a chance to run one has been absolutely impressed with it. Everything from the feel of it, the look of it. It's kind of crazy. When I made that original video, I saw like this kind of little bit of an older lady. She was back in kind of like this caged off area, and she was actually hand polishing and breaking the edges on that trigger on the inside so that when you index it with your finger, it just has a much nicer, cleaner feel than a hard machined part. That goes a long way with me because that just goes to show how much work, effort, and thought they're putting into that, and the thing just flat out performs. And number 2 on this list is going to be the Ninex Vapor. Just look at that setup. This thing is super cool. Ported barrel, ported slide, looks absolutely awesome. RMR ready, combat cut with your optic. Comes as a kit with the barrel, stainless steel guide rod, slide, everything is done. It's like not expensive for what you get out of it when you really think about it. I think it was like in the $430-ish, $450-ish range. They're just tough to get because they sell out literally within a couple of minutes. So that does kind of suck. But this thing is just nice. It performs. So if you're into building your custom setup, it is definitely one to take into account because it's buy once, cry once, and you have everything ready to go. All the small parts, the barrel, slide, everything is done. Put on your optic of choice. Go out there and start having some of that fun. And for those of us that are in the military and have a hard time counting, we are on number 3, and that is going to be the Vortex Spark Solar. Now, I originally didn't know if I was going to like this as much because it is a 1 MOA click of adjustment for the optic when zeroing. But quite honestly, Vortex has a great name in the optics industry. They make an extremely durable product, and the thing flat out performs, looks good, and it gives you all of those options now with a solar backup for that absolutely extreme battery life. And it's an optic that you can count on that is not going to break the bank. There's sayings out there, especially when it comes to magnified optics on hunting rifles or precision rifles, that you're probably gonna spend as much or more on glass than you will on the rifle. That doesn't always need to be the case, and you really gotta determine what you need. 99.9% of us, an optic like this is gonna give us everything we need at a price that we can, get past our little lady without too much of a fight. Now, number 4 here is probably the smallest part of the group, but it's one that makes a massive impact, especially when you are building out your rifle, outfitting your rail, and putting everything you want in there. And it's going to be that Schaefer machine mount for your Streamlight Protac light. So if you have followed my channel at all, I'm a huge fan of Streamlight. Streamlight is that really good balance between durability, quality, length of service, and cost. You can get this light with the standard mounts that it comes with pretty cheap, 120-ish, maybe a little bit more dollars depending on how it's fluctuating at the time. And that's pretty cheap for a 1,000 lumen light that's going to give you years of service. I have carried Protacs for a very long time. I have seen what they can do. I've seen the beating they can take, and I've seen them just keep going. Step that up to the next ones, which I have, like Mod Light, and you have Cloud, and you have Surefire. You're gonna be spending 3 to 4 times as much. Now, my one problem with Wiz, did I just say my one problem with this? My mouth isn't working today. So my one problem with the Streamlight light was the mounting solution. So Schaefer Machine has now given us an M-LOK mounting solution that the pressure pad screws directly on, made in America, and the best part is it's really affordable. I want to say at the time of filming this, it was like 35 bucks. So for a light that's going to cost me 120, I can buy a nice cool inline Arasaka mount for another 35, 50 bucks, something like that, and then buy this mount as well and have a perfectly duty ready setup out there, and I'm still under half the price of those big name competitors. And the last thing we're going to talk about today are some of those soft goods, and they are going to be from Flatline Fiber. So Flatline Fiber makes a ton of stuff. A lot of it is berry compliant. Now, if you don't know what berry compliant is, if you've ever been in the military, things that are going to be used or serviced like uniforms and things like that, some of these soft goods has to be not only material sourced, but made in the USA. So it's a big deal when we can get made in the USA and sourced in the USA materials. And that finished product is very, very nice. They make everything from these cool ear pro wraps. They've got an awesome new product out in the way of their cool new dump pouch, which we all need a dump pouch out there on the range. And then of course, what they started with was making those slings. So this one's a black multicam. They've got a ton of options. You can get padded, you can get non-padded, and then they leave it up to you as far as, do you want QD points? Do you want to go direct mount? However you want to mount that, 550 cord, do your thing. So Flatline Fiber, solid company, made in Georgia, good USA made stuff. Like I said, a lot of it's berry compliant. I don't know if 100% of it is, but that's just awesome that we can support a US based new company making really outstanding products. All in all, really cool stuff. Those are my favorite 5 things. Make sure you guys get subbed up, get belled up. Let's go ahead and get past 100K. Keep growing and take this to that next level. You guys get out there and have some fun on the range. Remember, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I will see you guys on the next one. So you're probably wondering if I have an honorable mention, because that seems to be the thing to do when you do any kind of top however many video. And I do. It's going to be the Live the Creed medical kits. This specific one is the Pocket Trauma Kit. This or something like this, at minimum a tourniquet, should be with you everywhere you go, because you are far more likely to use the tourniquet than you are to use something like this. So if you are interested, I will leave a direct link down below for you guys so you can check out these medical kits. Made in America, awesome guys. They all worked in emergency services, were paramedics, firefighters, started this company. They're doing very, very well. So group of guys we can support, again, making American-made products. Live the Creed, link below. Huge thank you to my Patreons. You guys get out there, have some fun. See you on the next one.